Hey guys, my presentation is going to be on the art of advertising, so I'm just going to dive right in. Believe it or not, not all ads that you see on TV are for pure entertainment purposes. Most usually try to sell you things, as I'm sure you're aware of, as products such as ShamWow, OxyClean. I can give you a prime example, which would be Flo from Progressive Automotive Insurance. She is quite entertaining when actually presenting information to potential customers, but she is in fact trying to persuade her target to purchase her brand of car insurance. Any car insurance brand that you know has mastered the art of pageantry when it comes to studying useful but usually in dull and boring information, and therefore aesthetics usually come into play. Now, when this information and entertainment are blended perfectly for a specific audience, the results can actually make for a brand powerhouse among the public when it actually comes to the media itself. Advertising is actually more than just funny Super Bowl commercials or anything that you usually see in social media or banners or anything like that. Advertising can actually garner distinct actions and emotions when created successfully. And these reactions are, I guess, extensively planned before consumers actually realize the ad's purposes. In this presentation, I will actually discuss key branding campaigns that successfully blend information and entertainment, how that mixture is created, and the public outcomes for both brands and consumers. Okay, so my generation of millennials has kind of picked up on key campaigns for ones, uh, including the onset of social media. We're usually bombarded with a lot of different types of advertising, so it's pretty easy to see a high quality ad and a lower quality ad. So hopefully when taking these examples from the past come up, this won't give away anyone's age. So let me start with Coca-Cola, which is definitely one of the most well-known brands in the world, and that is mainly due to its branding. Coca-Cola actually began branding. I remember doing research. They pushed out ads featuring Santa Claus back in the 1920s. Now, this would lead to the association of product and an emotion. So Coca-Cola was, I guess, shown as being the feel-good product. Usually you see on TV Coca-Cola in Santa Claus's hand, or even the polar bears that they have. They'll have Coke interactions, which will usually make anyone with a soul smile. But that is due to a lot of thinking and a lot of branding. Now, if we actually fast forward this conversation to 60 years in the future, Nike actually comes onto the scene and they start doing something that's pretty innovative when it comes to, I guess, garnering that association between a product and a feeling. Now, Nike would actually bring in a lot of pro athletes and I guess not word for athletes, but I guess sponsors and things like that. And Nike decided that it would be a lot better to actually associate the products that they have with the common man or the common person. So you could go and buy essentially a Nike product and it would make you feel as if you were Michael Jordan, or you could be the same type of athlete that Jordan is. Basically, Nike is saying that you don't have to be a superstar athlete to be an athlete. Anybody is an athlete as long as you do your best or just do it, as Nike has previously stated. So in this day and age, especially with my age group, most effective advertising does not even feature the product that's being promoted. And a lot of this is usually due to brands trying to create experiences that users of their products and the brand can actually share in. So a lot of that will actually be shown with brand engagement and brand loyalty, which is something that is very, very important to this day's success when it comes to actually retaining repeat customers. So the ideology, which draws on something far more important than pushing a product in one instance, is the key to successful advertising, and that, like I said, is brand loyalty. Brand loyalty can possibly ensure that a brand's success will actually be insured for a long, long, long period of time. For instance, Nissan has repeat customers from way back in the 60s or whenever Nissan first started rolling out here in the States, and even overseas, back in Japan, where it was actually first produced. Um, Brand loyalty is also a way to get, like I said, repeat customers. Consumers usually want to feel engaged with the brands that they interact with. So another prime example of that would be Taco Bell, which has cornered the market on, I guess, people within my age group. So your younger millennials or even college students, they have attacked that late night. I'm hungry. I've been out till 2, 3 in the morning. Let me go actually get something quick and greasy, and it's delicious. I know I eat it myself. But they actually listen to their consumers' requests by bringing in different products that usually you would not think. So, a perfect example of that would be the Dorito shell tacos or whatever they are. That was an idea from college students who usually would put Doritos in their tacos, and Taco Bell attacked that. That's going off a little course, so I thought it was kind of interesting. Getting back on track with everything, most new age successful brands usually tend to target special niches that respond to their distinct marketing strategies. So, all effective advertising usually has fallout. That's what I've come to learn and what I've come to actually see. And usually, some of this comes with a very, very, very high fan following. Successful advertisers can create positive associations that can last for years. A very successful brand that has done this is Apple. They have entrapped a generation of revolutionaries, I guess you could say, that usually want to stray from the norm. And that is a niche of people who do not like the regimen of PCs or Windows or having to be conformed to an extinct way, which is actually kind of funny because now that most Mac users will never admit it, which I am one and I hate to admit it, Apple and Mac is basically just a free-forming designer computer or a design product, basically, which is a great product, but it's a lot better than the PC, and that's not going to fly well with some people, but I'm younger, so I don't know. That's just a lot of creative, a lot of creative actually goes into Macs as well. But going into, I guess, the summary of this entire presentation, I'm sure that we all know at least one person who's actually advised us to use a product, whether it was something that they came across a while ago or something that they just want you to try from word of mouth or something that they actually try themselves. Now, and more of these are likely to have been tried. More and more who've tried these products who have actually enjoyed them. So, in conclusion, this presentation has discussed brands who have successfully conveyed messages and garnered reactions through ads, how these brands have created long-lasting relationships with consumers, and finally, how the consumers react to successful advertising and branding. Advertising can become very obsolete if done poorly, which a lot of marketers have very, very well realized. Now, once it enters a clutter, the message that was initially wanted to be persuade and its purpose is lost in translation. It's just no longer even relevant. But when you mix, I guess, the intent and the content of that message with a factor that can be enticing and entertainment, or even if it could just draw or capture or demand an audience's attention, the outcome of that can actually cement the brand into very, very good graces of advertising. So I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. What do you think?